Republicans. This is something that the Republican conference in Congress has developed over the past couple of months, and I've been very involved in it. Having a conversation with the American people here tonight in Somerset County, and the folks that we invited were from Somerset, parts of Bedford, and Fayette County, which is part of the 9th Congressional District, and we intend on holding a couple more of these to try to have them around the district so we can get folks to participate. I believe there's a growing disconnect between what's happening in Washington and what the American people, what the people in Somerset County, what the people in central and western Pennsylvania are saying. And it's everyday issues, jobs, the economy, the things that you talk about around your kitchen table. And I think hardworking families are being ignored in Washington for the most part. And again, this is an opportunity to talk about solutions. And I don't want it to turn into a debate tonight, because I know there's some folks out here that may disagree with somebody else tonight. So what we're trying to do is draw out solutions. What do you think the solutions are as we move forward to get America back on track? I don't know if any of you have seen this, but our national debt's gone up to $13 trillion. With the debt, that's the debt overall, and then the deficit spending this year is going to be $1.5 trillion. And I really believe, and as I travel the district and talk to citizens, constituents of the 9th Congressional District, that they're very concerned about the spending that's going on in Washington. And it's concerning to me because you look across the sea, you look at a country like Greece that has now, its debt has gone over what its GDP is. Our debt to equity or debt to GDP right now is about 92%. So we have about a $15-16 trillion economy, and we're $13 trillion in growing our debt. And at some point, when the debt surpasses GDP, you have a situation that is occurring in Europe, in Greece. And if we don't stop, if we don't step back and decide what our priorities are, we're going to put ourselves in the same, I believe, the same position that Greece is in, and there's other, Spain, Italy, Portugal, other European countries. And we can't just turn on the presses and print money. In the end of the day, that's going to cause us inflation or hyperinflation, which is the most evil of all taxes. Your money is worth less and less as you're getting out there and you're working hard. So that's why we're holding this event tonight. And again, we'll hold a couple of them across the district to start this conversation, this dialogue with the American people. And I hope we would focus on solutions. We can look back at some of the issues in the past and what do we need to do as we move forward. That's what we're trying to develop for how we're going to move the agenda in America forward in the upcoming Congress. And tonight, America Speaking Out, this is really a very, very small part of the whole program. And I'm going to go through it here a little bit with you. And I'd like you to participate, not just tonight, but as we move on. And it's a website at americaspeakingout.com where you can go in and log in and 24/7. You can put your ideas in and comment on other folks' ideas from around the country. So as I said, what we're trying to do is develop what are the American people saying? Really, what are the priorities of the American people? Reduce the size of the government. There's not a company in America that can't figure out how to find savings. And in tough times, reduce their workforce. The federal government should be no different. The only sector of the economy that's gaining jobs is the government, is the federal government. We had 430 jobs added to the workforce last month. 410,000 of them were part-time census workers. The government can't continue to grow like that. It's going to gobble up everything. And where the free enterprise system, Bob, you mentioned, that's the fourth thing you mentioned, or the third thing you mentioned. We got to keep money in the pockets of the American people, in small businesses, in medium-sized businesses, in large businesses, because that's where you create real jobs. Companies, small companies, medium-sized companies, large companies. And they've told me over and over again that number one, they're seeing the healthcare costs go up already, and that's because the healthcare industry realizes that they're going to be forced to do things that's going to cost more money. You got that happening. Second is I've had a number of these business owners tell me that when they look at the numbers, it's going to be less expensive for them to pay the fine and do away with their health care that they provide their employees and put people into the government exchanges. And I think that's going to be one of the major things that you have, besides the fact you're going to see in the 9th District alone, about 40,000 seniors are going to be taken off Medicare Advantage.